Good morning. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. My name is Sherry, if you've never been here before. Um, this series that I'm doing is entitled My Grief Journey. So if you're somebody who knows somebody who's grieving, or you're grieving yourself, hopefully this is something that can help you. I've started doing these for me. So let me tell you a little bit about my journey. Um, Basically, my husband passed away last September. Well, not this September, of 2024. He passed away. So it's been a little over a year. So it has been a journey. There are three things that I like to say, and I like to bring them up in every video. The first thing that I definitely like to say is grief never ends. Grief never ends. It changes as time goes on. It changes. And but it never really ends. And these grief will pop up and get you when you least expect it, and you'll be in tears. So that's one thing. The other thing I want to always say, it is okay to not be okay. It's absolutely okay. It's okay to have bad days. It is okay. It's okay to get to tear up and cry. And it is okay. Um it's not a failure to cry. I can remember at the beginning crying so much I wondered why I wasn't dehydrated, because I cried and I cried and I still cry. I cry all the time. Anyway, that's and then the other thing I like to always say is love never dies. Okay, so that's three things. Now, like I said, if you're new to this, to my grief channel here, I like to tell you things that are positive and negative, things that have happened, both ways. I try to put a positive spin on things. So, if you haven't watched any of my videos, I would just suggest go back and look at them, especially the very first one. It's the longest. It's, I think, 27 minutes. But it, really goes into a lot of that. And I don't really want to repeat the whole video again. But those three things I will say almost on every video: that love never dies, grief never ends, and it's okay to not be okay. Now I'll get into the video for today, okay? So first of all, I just got home from work. I work nights. I just got home, and I wanted to say how everything went yesterday. In my last video, I told you it was my birthday yesterday, and I was having a hard time. It just was not a good day. Things did get better. Things did. I mean, I went to work, and a whole bunch of people in the break room knew it was my birthday and sang me happy birthday. So that's how my night started at work. So that was good. And then one of my coworkers brought me a birthday gift, and somebody else brought me some chocolate. My managers brought me a few little things. It was nice. It was nice. And of course, I had many people on Facebook wish me a happy birthday. And of course, I heard from my stepchildren. And so, all in all, it was a good day. And it's always good to hear people, wishing you a happy birthday, even though the day started out so rotten. But anyway, it turned out to be good. So I just wanted to let y'all know I did work through a lot of that, and so probably because I had some positive things happening. But I'll tell you something else that was positive that happened. As I have stated, I started this for two reasons. One, to help me heal. I thought it would be good for me to just get on here and tell my story. I thought it would be good for me. It would almost be like video journaling instead of a journal, but actually, telling my story on video. But also just to help anybody else. Like I said from the beginning, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a counselor, I'm just me. And this is my story. And I've only been doing this, this is probably the 5th video, so not very long. But it is really helping me. And what made me feel good yesterday, it makes me feel good to know that I'm helping somebody else. And it's just a really good feeling. I said from the get-go, if I can reach one person, and I've reached one person. And I mean, obviously more than one person has seen my videos, but I know that one person commented. And so I'm very happy. I mean, it makes me, it does my heart good to know that how do I say this? It helps, it makes me feel good to know that I helped somebody. And so, grief is hard. Grief is hard. Grief, and I have said this, I've lost, before my husband, I lost my mom and my dad and my brother. But losing my husband was completely different and much, much, much harder. It is, without doubt, with no question, this is the hardest thing I've ever gone through in my life. I can remember growing up and hearing, that God won't give you more than you can bear. And I'm thinking, ooh, Lord, but he sure, I mean, when this is almost at times unbearable. But God has helped me through it, and I know that. I know that God has carried me a lot. and also, God guides me. God guides me, he shows me different things that is not, that's like this whole thing with this video thing. I'm starting to think this was no coincidence. God put me here. God put me here for a reason. And so God can use me in this way. God, if I can help other people, that's great. That makes me feel good. And it's helping me. It's helping me for a couple of reasons. It's helping me because, one, it's giving me something to do. It's giving me a purpose. It's giving me, something to do every day. But it also, this is going to sound weird, but, I come home, I'm alone. Me and my cats, I'm alone. And in a weird way, I don't feel so alone when I come on and talk and tell how my day went and things like that, and know that somebody's listening that might care. So it's really been helpful. It's really been good. So that, okay. Now, and anybody that's watched my videos knows that, I'm honest, but I also will try to tell good, positive things and negative things. What I just told was the positive, how it's helping me. It's helping me, it's helping others. So it's really good. Um, and as I mentioned in my last video, that um I mentioned things. I got to thinking about this last night when I mentioned from the get-go about that I do craft. I've started doing crafts, and crafts have helped me. And but and like I said, it might not even be something that helps you, but it's something that I found that I like to do. But you can find something that you like to do. There is many, many different crafts that you can do. You can paint, you know, you can do many things. And I started out just making t-shirts. And I have found that with the stuff that I have, that I can do so many other things. In fact, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay. With my heat press and my sublimation printer, I can make all kinds of things. And see, I made this. This is just a piece of wood that I bought at the Dollar Tree. and I put this cute little design on it with snowmen. And you probably can't see it. It does say Merry Christmas. But it's just cute. Just burns it on there. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that. I have several different things that I can make. I've made Christmas gifts for my grandchildren. Now, the one thing, I'm glad I mentioned my grandchildren, because that family is a huge positive. That, if you have close friends, then that's great too. But family is your ultimate, like I mentioned in a previous video, that at the beginning you get lots of phone calls and then they suddenly stop. And hopefully you still will hear from your close family members. But in my case, I have 4 grandchildren, and they're my heart. They're my heart. I can, they will always make things better for me. And they just will. I can remember my granddaughter. I only have one granddaughter. And at my husband's funeral, she sat right beside me. And anytime I cried, she would just grab me and hold me. And, she'd put her head on me. And she, anytime I cried, she was just like, oh, and trying to help me. And she told me later, I never thought about it till she told me. She told me later, she said, Gammy, I've never seen you cry. And I thought, oh, she's seen me cry now. And she said, I never realized she had never seen me cry. And so it was kind of freaking her out a little bit, But anyway, but what I meant, as far as the positive, family is, it's good to spend time with family. But it's good to get out of the house. That is a biggie too, that I haven't really brought up. It's really good to get out of the house as much as you can, even if it's just taking a drive. If you don't want to go out and see people, even if it's just getting in your car and taking a drive, that's something to get out of the house a little bit, get some fresh air, take a walk, anything. Actually going to the grocery store, doing normal things, everybody's got to eat, doing normal things like going to the grocery store is good. I can tell you something that is still to this day 14 months later, it's very hard for me to go to a restaurant by myself. It's really hard. It's, even little things like Whataburger. I went to Whataburger the other day, and it's just so weird. I don't, it's just so weird to sit down and eat my food and glance around at other people that are couples. And the world's made up of couples. I don't know if you've ever noticed how much it is, but it is. And when you're not a couple, then you kind of feel left out, of everything. And but um but like I said, just try to do some, if you have a bad day, when you will, try to do some positive things too. Try to, like I've said many times, that it's okay to cry, but just don't stay there. Don't stay there forever. Get up, move around, do something. And grief, like I said, grief is very hard. Grief is hard. And that's why I have started this, like to help me and somebody else. So, and I apologize, my allergies are getting me. But the only other thing I'm going to say, because I want to say this too in every video, and I've mentioned it in every one, and I will continue to mention it. People say stupid things. People just do. They mean well, but they just say they say stupid things. They make stupid comments, and try not to let that bother you. It's bothered me when they make stupid comments and want you to just get over it. And this grief thing is taken too. I had somebody say that to me one time. This whole grief thing is just taking you too long. It's like, what? I mean, there's no time limit on grief. None. There's no time limit on it. And everybody's grief journey is different. It's individual to you. And the more you loved, the greater the love, the harder the grief. It just is. It is. And I was reading about a study, what grief actually does to the brain. I mean, there is something that it actually does. I'd have to go back and read it again. I don't remember now, so I shouldn't even brought it up. But it is a physical thing that it does. And it's almost like, it's a trauma. Your body, your system is in shock. You're in shock. And I know this, as far as like you kind of go through brain fog. At the very beginning, you're just like walking around in a daze, just trying to function. And, if you think about it, what all that does to your body, what it does, it's a trauma. It's a trauma, and for people to think you can just get over it quickly is just beyond my comprehension. How people think that is just crazy to me. But I always bring that up only because if anybody is watching that has somebody grieving, I'm talking to you. Don't say stupid things to them. Don't say all the stupid things. Don't be asking, trying to set them up with a man and all this and that. Don't do that. Just be nice, be respectful, show them a little bit of love, but don't be doing all that crazy stuff, okay? But anyway, I'm sorry this video's getting a little bit long. I've been rambling. I don't know, maybe I just kind of like talking to my friends. I feel like I got new friends that are on YouTube. So it's, so anyway, I'm going to eat and go to bed, and hopefully I will have a much better day than I had yesterday. It was a bad day, but turned out to be a good day. So everyone, just have a blessed day and know that grief is a journey and you will get through it. Okay? We'll get through it together. Bye-bye.